Keep talking. That is the message Enzo Fernández sent when he cupped his hands to his ears after scoring against England in the semi-final. It was a shot fired straight at everyone, claiming FIFA was carrying Argentina to the trophy. 4 days later came the final. Argentina did not register a single shot in the first half. No shot on target through 90 minutes. That same Enzo Fernández sent off for a second yellow, and after the whistle, Paredes had his hands around an opponent's throat in a full-blown brawl. The team that told everyone to keep talking had absolutely nothing left to say. Spain are champions, and Madrid did not sleep. Today we are not breaking down the match. We are diving into what happened after the final whistle, in Spain and in Argentina. First, a 60-second recap. That is all you get. Spain beat Argentina 1-0 after extra time at MetLife Stadium in New York, in front of a crowd of over 80,000. Spain dominated, 20 shots, and an expected goals of nearly 2. Argentina managed just 2 shots, and none on target. It was scoreless through 90. The turning point came in stoppage time, when Enzo Fernández was sent off for a second yellow, a late lunge on Pau Cubarsí. VAR upheld it. Early in extra time, Nico Williams had a goal ruled out for a build-up foul. Then, about 40 seconds into the second half of extra time, Ferran Torres beat Martinez for the winner. It is Spain's second World Cup, 16 years after 2010. An unbeaten run, with just 1 goal conceded all tournament. Recap done. Now the real story. The moment Torres' goal hit the big screens, the fan zones in Madrid and Barcelona exploded. A sea of red poured down Paseo de Recoletos toward Cibeles Square, the traditional gathering point whenever La Roja wins something. There were Campeons chants, flares, car horns, and flags everywhere. After their first title in 2010 and last year's Euro, Spain are back on top of the world. One fan said, "I waited 16 years. In 2010 I was 10 years old. Tonight I am here with my son on my shoulders." Another said, "Yamal, Cubarsí, these kids are 19. We are running world football for the next decade." The core Spanish sentiment was simple: this is our era. The blend of Rodri, Yamal, Cubarsí and Pedri feels less like a one-off and more like the start of a dynasty. With the Euro, and now the World Cup, Luis de la Fuente has written his name permanently into Spanish football history. On the opposite side of the podium, in the south stand, Argentina's fans applauded and bowed. And in front of them, Messi could not hold back the tears. At 39, this is almost certainly his last World Cup, by some counts his most productive tournament yet, but all he walked away with was the silver ball. Argentina were chasing something no one has done since Brazil in the 50s, back-to-back World Cups, and a runner for straight major titles. It all ended in a final where they managed 0 shots on target. At the Obelisk in Buenos Aires, opinion split. One fan said, "We lost, but it is a final. Messi carried us here again. That is enough for me." Another shot back, "No, that red card ruined everything. How do you survive 30 minutes of extra time with 10 men?" And a third, "Stop it. Today we did not show up. We did not take a single shot in the first half." Argentine opinion split cleanly in 2. One camp felt pride. 2 straight finals is a feat in itself. The other felt anger and self-blame over Enzo's reckless red and the abrasive style that ran through the whole tournament. That brings us to the 3 big flashpoints. First, Enzo Fernández's red card. His first yellow came in the 82nd minute, for protesting. The second, already booked, was a late, reckless lunge on Cubarsí. Under the new laws, VAR can review a second yellow. The review was quick, and the on-field call stood. ESPN called it about as clear a second yellow as you will ever see. Still, part of the Argentine fanbase pushed back. A near-identical Enzo challenge got waved away in the semi-final, but in the final they cut it dead. Second, Nico Williams' disallowed goal. Williams found the net early in extra time, but it was chalked off for a build-up foul, Marino on Otamendi. It briefly halted a Spain are cracking narrative, but Torres settled it moments later anyway. And third, the brawl at full time. As Spain's substitute sprinted on to celebrate, emotions boiled over in the beaten Argentina camp. Leandro Paredes shoved Eric Garcia by the throat and floored him, sparking a mass confrontation between both sides. Paredes was shown red. Critics argued the scene soured Spain's historic triumph. The pundits were nearly unanimous. 1-0, they said, does not reflect the gap. The scoreline flattered Argentina. ESPN's red on Argentina was blunt. For all their brilliance, they were masters of the dark arts who, in this final, did not pair that abrasiveness with the football to match. De la Fuente's record as Spain boss now reads 14 wins and 1 draw, and this title makes him the oldest manager ever to win a World Cup. Spain finished with 7 clean sheets, a single tournament record, 1 goal conceded in 8 games, and a European record unbeaten run stretched to 38 matches. As for the actual words spoken after the match, through his tears, Messi acknowledged that Spain were the better side. Argentina's manager Scaloni said, "Sadness, but knowing we left everything out there. We are great in victory, and we have to show we are great in defeat too." On Messi, Scaloni added, "I hope everyone feels proud of him. He is the best footballer ever to step on a pitch. On his own future, he stayed non-committal." Spain's De La Fuente, visibly emotional, said his side deserved the win, and Rodri, the Golden Ball winner, reflected on returning from an ACL injury. Rodri said he would love new generations to see that a player who touches the sky, then falls to hell, can rise again. He is now just the 11th man to win the World Cup, the Champions League, and the Ballon d'Or. The individual awards told the whole story. The Golden Ball went to Rodri, with Messi taking silver and Mbappé bronze. The Golden Boot went to Kylian Mbappé, the Golden Glove to Unai Simon, and Best Young Player to Pau Cubarsí, edging out his teammate Lamine Yamal. Spain swept all 3 individual player awards on top of the trophy, leaving Messi with nothing but the silver ball. Madrid poured into the streets, the obelisk wept. One side watched the start of a dynasty, the other the end of an era. So how did you see it? A complete Spanish masterclass, or did Enzo's red card swing the whole thing? And is this really Messi's last World Cup? Drop it in the comments. Next episode, we go deeper on Messi's international future and the Scaloni question. Hit subscribe and the notification bell so you do not miss it.